So at Business Insider, we talk a lot about better capitalism, which we define as companies that look at not just shareholder value, but also the welfare of employees and consumers, as well as the world. And you recently came out with a paper that kind of has a more elegant way of doing this by incorporating all of that into shareholder value. Can you explain?
Yes, I wouldn't say that necessarily is a more elegant way. It's a more precise way to sort of refine the issue, because we're all very familiar with the Friedman statement that the only responsibility, social responsibility of business is to maximize profits. And that sort of conclusion is derived by Friedman, starting from an important premise. Number one is that managers should care about their principals, that are the shareholders. And we actually, this is a paper with Oliver Hart from Harvard, we actually start from the same premise. But we reach a slightly different, or maybe not slightly different conclusion, because we point out an important consideration. Number one is shareholders care about things other than money. Like people care things other than money. I'm an academic, and if I only care about money, I would not be an academic. So there is something more important, or at least as important as money. This is not enough, because Friedman did recognize that possibility. However, Friedman says as long as sort of you can separate, he doesn't use exactly this language, but as long as you can separate your social decision from your business decision, then the problem is solved. Think about corporate charity. If I'm a corporation, I can distribute profits, and my shareholders can decide where to allocate those profits. There is no inefficiency in transferring the money to that, and it's strictly better because the shareholders can pick what they want rather than the company. So if the decision that has social implication is completely independent and separate from the business decision, like corporate charity is, Friedman is absolutely right. What you should do is maximize profits, distribute the profits, and then people take care. However, most business decisions are not like that. If I'm concerned about CO2, for example. If I pollute more, emit more CO2, and then distribute the extra profit to my shareholders, it costs more for them to undo my CO2 emission than would be to me to curb the CO2 emission to begin with. Or to cite a recent case, a shareholder wanted to ask Walmart to stop selling in its store the high-capacity magazines used in mass killings. And this is not that if you make the extra bucks by selling the high-capacity magazine, then you rebate to the shareholders can prevent the mass killings. No, it's not going to work that way. So in those situations that we call technically they're not separable, then you need to consider in your business decision what shareholders want. And they might want only you to maximize profits, but they might want other things. In particular, if your shareholders are foundation or university endowments, they might have other objectives than just money. And I think that we kind of have forgotten this in the standard debate, and we want to bring it at the forefront so that actually shareholders can direct where in this decision can have an influence in this decision.
So shareholder welfare is not necessarily equivalent to market value.
Absolutely not. And as I said, people care about things other than market value. They care about not having mass killings in the United States. They care about maybe not having so much CO2, or they might care about other things.